So we're going to have a little look at data storage sizes here. Now, the smallest file storage we can have is 1 bit, okay, which we know can either be 1 or a 0, okay, 1 bit. So moving on, 8 bits, so 8 of those is what we call 1 byte, okay. So 8 bits together is 1 byte. Incidentally, 4 of them together is known as a nibble, but we don't often use this term. So 8 bits is 1 byte. Now, if we had 1,000 of those, 1,000 bytes, so 1,000 of those, we get a kilobyte, okay? In actual fact, a kilobyte is 1,024 bytes, but for the purposes of what we're doing, we just need to know it's 1,000 bytes. Okay, so 1 kilobyte is 1,000 of those. Moving on, next step up is a megabyte. So this is 1,000 kilobytes. Okay, so 1,000 of those, I haven't really done my drawing to scale here. There's obviously not 1,000 there because I couldn't fit them on the page. But if we had 1,000 of those, we would get a megabyte. Okay, and this might be a term familiar to you. If you imagine a normal streaming song is probably going to be about 3 megabytes in size. Okay, 3 megabytes. So a megabyte is 1,000 of those. So next step up, gigabyte. Okay, and you may well have heard these in relation to maybe mobile phone or tablet storage. Okay, so a gigabyte is 1,000 of those. 1,000 megabytes is equal to 1 gigabyte. Okay. So you can see here we're going up in thousands. Next one is a terabyte. So if we had 1,000 of those, okay, 1,000 gigabytes, we would get 1 terabyte. Okay. So there are more after this, but I will stop there. You can find out the kind of next step if you want to. 1,000 terabytes, what is that? But this is how data is stored. And you can see the pattern here. Apart from for the first one, where we have a bit and then 8 bits is a byte, it then goes up by 1,000 each time. So 1,000 bytes is a kilobyte, 1,000 kilobytes is a megabyte, 1,000 megabytes is a gigabyte, 1,000 gigabytes is a terabyte. So as long as you know the order of the names, okay, you can work out fairly easily how big each file size is. Okay, so bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte. So that is how data is stored using bits, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes.